Welcome back to Garden Blooms. Today, we are transforming overlooked urban square footage into a highly intentional, minimalist sanctuary. If you love clean lines and natural textures, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's explore structural balcony design. Imagine stepping out of your bustling city apartment into a beautifully curated, bright, and airy microenvironment. Morning sunlight spills across a perfectly balanced composition of rugged stone and smooth gravel, instantly grounding your mind and resetting your daily spatial experience. We are talking about high-impact miniature rock gardens that require a minimal footprint, but deliver maximum architectural elegance. Drop a comment below with your current balcony size, and let us dive into the foundational aesthetics of your very own urban Zen retreat. Before bringing in stones or soil, we must analyze the spatial geometry of your balcony. As a modern designer, I always start by mapping the sunlight trajectory and wind patterns. This ensures your miniature Zen garden thrives in a bright and airy environment while harmonizing effortlessly with the existing architecture. We want to create a continuous visual flow from your interior living room right out to the balcony edge. By strategically dedicating just a small corner or a narrow strip along the railing, we maximize your balcony's potential without sacrificing valuable seating or walking space in your urban sanctuary. Think of this phase as drafting the structural blueprint for your outdoor oasis. A well-planned layout utilizes negative space beautifully, allowing the eye to rest and making the entire balcony feel significantly larger, cleaner, and deeply intentional. Precision in planning is the ultimate secret to high-impact spatial harmony. The foundation of any miniature landscape begins with the vessel. We are looking for sleek, low-profile containers crafted from natural materials like concrete, matte ceramic, or weather-resistant teak. This container acts as the structural frame, setting the clean architectural boundaries for your Zen garden. Imagine a shallow, beautifully textured basin resting gracefully on your balcony deck. The bright, airy daylight catches the subtle imperfections of the concrete edge, grounding the piece perfectly within the modern urban environment. It is not just a pot. It is the stage for your spatial masterpiece. By selecting a wide, expansive vessel rather than a deep one, we trick the eye into perceiving a vast, sweeping landscape despite the tiny urban footprint. This proportional magic is essential for creating that comfortable, relaxing harmony, ensuring the garden feels integrated rather than cluttered. Now we lay down the foundational texture, selecting the base layers that will define the visual temperature of your space. As a designer, I prefer using a base of pale, finely crushed gravel or crisp white sand. This highly reflective material bounces the bright, airy sunlight around your balcony, instantly elevating the ambient luminosity. This isn't just about pouring dirt. It's about engineering the structural base of your miniature landscape. We carefully level the gravel across the container, creating a pristine, uninterrupted horizontal plane. This smooth, continuous surface acts as a visual palette cleanser, reinforcing the spatial harmony and bringing a sleek, modern calmness to the urban environment. By keeping the base layer monochromatic and perfectly leveled, we establish a clean architectural canvas. The fine granules of sand or gravel will later capture the delicate, sweeping shadows of our anchor stones and accent plants. This thoughtful layering ensures your tiny garden remains comfortable, uncluttered, and endlessly fascinating to look at throughout the day. The true architectural weight of our miniature landscape is defined by the anchor stones. As we introduce these rugged, dark-toned elements into our bright, pale sand, we create a striking high-contrast focal point. The sharp, weathered edges of the stones provide a beautiful textural juxtaposition against the sleek, modern lines of the container and balcony railing. In modern spatial design, we never place these stones symmetrically. Instead, we follow the rule of thirds, positioning a primary, dominant rock slightly off-center, supported by two smaller, complementary stones. This intentional asymmetry draws the eye naturally across the vessel, mimicking the organic balance found in sweeping natural landscapes while maintaining absolute architectural control over the tiny footprint. Notice how the bright and airy morning light interacts with the composition. The anchor stones cast long, dramatic shadows across the leveled gravel, introducing dynamic visual depth and movement to the static space. This careful placement ensures the miniature garden feels firmly rooted and structurally sound, creating a comfortable, grounded energy right outside your living room door. To soften the hard architectural edges of our anchor stones, we introduce patches of vibrant, lush moss. As a designer, I view moss as the living upholstery of our miniature landscape. It drapes elegantly over the rugged rock bases, injecting a brilliant, saturated green that pops beautifully against the bright, pale sand and the modern balcony setting. We carefully nestle these velvety green islands around the base of the stones, creating a seamless, organic transition from hardscape to softscape. In our bright and airy urban oasis, the moss introduces a tactile warmth, breaking up the strict geometry of the container while maintaining an uncluttered, sophisticated spatial harmony that feels incredibly inviting and deeply alive. Notice how the morning sunlight gently grazes the textured surface of the moss, highlighting its intricate, miniature foliage. This living element breathes fresh energy into the structural composition, transforming a static arrangement of rocks and sand into a thriving, breathing microenvironment right outside your window. It is the perfect marriage of modern design and raw natural beauty. To elevate the architectural dimension of our miniature landscape, we introduce carefully selected tiny accent plants. As a modern designer, I lean towards sculptural succulents or dwarf ferns that offer striking silhouettes without overwhelming the vessel. Placement is absolutely critical for maintaining our clean spatial harmony. We tuck these tiny green accents near the rear or alongside the anchor stones, ensuring they frame the composition rather than dominating it. These minimal plantings require very little maintenance, but offer a massive visual payoff. The contrast between the rigid, structural stones and the soft, organic lines of the tiny leaves creates a deeply comfortable and engaging visual tension. Now we arrive at the most meditative phase of our modern design process, pouring the flowing sand. By introducing fine, bright white sand into the empty spaces around our anchor stones and lush moss, we visually simulate the calm, peaceful flow of water. Carefully shaping this sand requires a deliberate, architectural approach. We want the sand to gracefully wrap around the rugged stones, creating smooth, uninterrupted channels that draw the eye horizontally across the vessel. The resulting contrast is nothing short of visually spectacular. The flawless, pristine surface of the sand juxtaposed against the heavy, textured rock formations creates a glamorous, cinematic tension that feels simultaneously grounding and uplifting. Now we introduce intention to our pristine canvas by raking the sand. In modern spatial design, we use a specialized miniature rake to carve linear geometry into the bright white base, transforming a flat plane into a textured surface of meditative ripples. The technique relies on precise, unbroken strokes. We carve tight, concentric circles around the dark anchor stones to simulate ripples echoing outward from a disturbance in the water. In the wider, open stretches of the container, we pull long, sweeping parallel lines. The result is a highly tactile, cinematic masterpiece right on your urban terrace. The precise interplay of light and shadow within the raked grooves injects dynamic, flowing energy into the static composition. To refine the scale and introduce an exquisite textural contrast, we now curate a selection of minimalist accent pebbles. Sourcing smooth, river-polished stones in deep basalt or slate hues creates a striking visual against our bright, airy white sand. The architectural secret here is deliberate restraint. We never scatter these pebbles randomly. Instead, we place them with absolute precision, grouping them organically near the lush green moss or letting them gently follow the curved lines of the raked sand ripples creates a harmonious, sweeping visual narrative. Notice the spectacular interplay of textures. The sleek, rounded forms of the accent pebbles bridge the gap between the rugged, heavy anchor stones and the delicate, flowing sand. This thoughtful layering establishes a comfortable, grounding energy that transforms a simple concrete container into a masterful modern oasis. To complete the structural narrative of our miniature landscape, we introduce a single, minimalist architectural accent. As a modern designer, I love juxtaposing raw nature with a sleek, geometric element, perhaps a tiny, perfect concrete sphere or a minimalist matte black microbasin. placement of this final accent requires the utmost spatial awareness. We position it in a pocket of negative space, allowing the pristine, raked sand ripples to flow gracefully and uninterrupted around its base. Watch how the bright and airy morning light interacts with the smooth, manufactured surface of the accent piece. It creates a stunning, high-contrast focal point against the organic textures of the garden, catching delicate highlights and casting sharp, defined microshadows. And now, we step back to experience the final reveal. The true triumph of this miniature landscape lies in its sweeping spatial harmony. By marrying the rugged, dark-toned anchor stones with the flawless, bright white flowing sand, we have created a stunning architectural microenvironment. Every element, from the velvety green moss to the sleek minimalist accent, works in unison to elevate this simple balcony into a sophisticated, bright, and airy outdoor sanctuary. As a designer, what I love most about this completed oasis is how it interacts with the passing of time. Throughout the day, the shifting natural sunlight will cast dynamic, ever-changing shadows across the raked ripples and miniature foliage. It is a living, breathing piece of modern art that requires minimal maintenance but offers maximum visual reward, providing a deeply comfortable and relaxing focal point right outside your living room doors. This is the essence of modern urban gardening, transforming even the smallest footprint into a luxurious, meditative retreat. I invite you to sit back, pour a morning coffee, and simply breathe in the calming energy of your beautifully structured new landscape. Thank you for joining me in creating this space, and until next time, keep cultivating your own perfect, uncluttered tranquility.